So, we are in sunset now. So, Anderson on pole, Scott second, Lind third. Picard is complaining about the weather change, but it doesn't matter now. We are going to go for race 3. Now, they're off. Great start from Nolan, great start Lind. Van Buren also up there. The closest, this is the closest it's been all day for the top 3 into turn number 1. Anderson ahead. Lind's going to try and go around the outside. Tries and squeeze it in. Bit of barging through turn 1 and a bit of contact. Almost spin through there. Kagash has had a bit of an off through turn number 1, but everyone's still going fairly straight. Dennis Lind behind Anderson. Slipstreaming through turn number 1. Novak is causing yellow flag somewhere. Lind side by side. He'll have the lead going into turn number 1. Looking back through the field now, see if anything major has happened to Novak. No, he's still going straight. So, Lind, Anderson side by side. Lind should have it. Yes, he does. Stays fairly well ahead. What's going to happen back in the back? Anyone off? No one off yet so far through turn number 5. Nah, Kagash looks like he's off somewhere. Someone also off in the dirt a little bit, but everyone's so far cleanly through the lap. A bit of contact between Fari and Gersk, but other than that, fairly clean first half of the lap so far. I hope I haven't spoken too soon. Couple cars off guard, and oh, who's that? Who is that? That was Muller has hit the wall going into turn number 2. Kagash also involved somewhere back there. Muller pulling back on. People having to go wide through turn number 10 to avoid him. Anderson is being challenged by Van Buren for 3rd, but there's a train here for 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th or so.
Crash at turn 1, ward off. As Ward tries to go through the barriers and the chicane.
We've got a three-way battle for third position, fourth position, Burns, Scott and Goik. Burns is the lead car of this group here, in the core racing car. Behind him is his teammate Nolan Scott, and Goik is right behind him. And look at this, Nolan Scott absolutely giving no room for his teammates.
Muller is off at turn 5. Muller is off into the beach at turn 5. Someone has joined him over there. That would be Pavlovic, but he's also and Muller has retired. He has spectated. I don't see why. Fairly easy to get this car out of the gravel with some effort. But so he is our first retirement of this race.
You never know with a safety car, he could be caught right back up to the end of the pack again. And someone's rolled at the last turn. Timo Hinian is right on the curb outside of the last turn.
Very dangerous position. Hopefully no one hits him. He might be glad if someone hits him, though. It might put him right back up. But safety car is out. End of lap number 1. We're working, or end of lap number 2, excuse me. So in lap number 3, safety car will be waiting. Timo spectating before being told to.
I'm sure they'll still have the safety car after that. Just as I was saying, a safety car could change anything. Especially from
safety car was
Muller
deployed
there.
before Timo spectated. He's also disconnected.
What's Baker doing here? Look at Baker, he's in the middle of the barriers. Not entirely sure why he's there. Now driving out of them again. I think he might have got hit, I guess. At least that's the explanation, but he was standing there quite still for a while. Safety car's going to bunch up the field. Safety car will bunch up the field into turn 1.
So safety car was deployed for Timo being rolled at turn 10. Safety car had already been deployed for about 25-30 seconds when he spectated, but it was too late to undo that. So safety car has now picked up the leader, or should I say the leader has done. The spectating incident at turn 5 will be investigated after the race.
Yeah, probably the least of their troubles right now, to be honest. Look at these two right behind the safety car, absolutely going mad with their what's it called, tyre warming. Anderson was actually on the grass there. He's now stopped doing that after that little wake-up call.
Yep, Lee Baker making a pit stop to repair damage. Yeah, everyone being a little wild on the tyre warming. We have lost connection to Goic. He was down somewhere in the back, if I remember right.
He was near the front, actually.
Safety car will be in at the end of this lap.
Yeah, just as I was watching the last turn on Team Wahinian Row, just before I mentioned about the safety car coming out, if Muller hadn't, if he had decided to drive out of there, out of the gravel, he would have been able to catch up with the rest of the field. So it pays just to stay where you are and hope for a safety car.
Yep, top two.
Lind holding him fairly slow. Coming through now, he's on it, and the green flag will come out now. So we're back underway. Getting some false yellow indications as everyone is just still fairly bunched up. Everyone will be charging now down, because this restart keeping him a little closer than previous restarts. Bit of trouble is back, apparently. Who's that off? That's Dolezal a little bit off in the grass, and contact with Pers. Pers is sideways through turn number 1. Crash in turn number 1. With Pers is sideways on the inside. Otterson involved, Pers stuck. Marred in turn 1, waiting for the field to come through. Field has done so, but he is down. Second class. Burns is going to try and get around Van Buren for third position. Does so. Ostgaard pushing De Jong up ahead. They've caught to Van Buren a little bit, so close action here between second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, and otherwise through the back part of the field, fairly clean. They were still going through into the final turn when the green flag came out, but the restart kept the front part of the field bunched up. So that's where the action is right now. Marquez hounding on Scott. Scott hounding Ostgaard. Scott's going to try to get around Ostgaard.
And Enerson just sort of blocked his teammate Burns there, and Burns has fallen way down. Burns has fallen right down to 7th. All those drivers got past him.
That's a 2-second gap now to Lind.
Yep, Lind is getting away as Van Buren gets past Enerson. Great try, but Enerson's going to try back through again. He does it. Great, good.
Burns is on his side to the chicane. That will be a safety car once again. Safety car is out. Burns on his side. Third roller of the race. 2 of them at that chicane, those curves at the chicane. I was anticipating one of those kind of myself. I hadn't had time to mention about it through there, but with that close action was bound to be there. Lind is pushing to try and get caught up to the pace car. Pace car is on the track now. So Lind leading from Van Buren, then Enerson. Scott and Ostgaard, 5th position. But some chaotic action here in the couple laps we've had. Not many safety cars in the first 2, but this race, different lighting, maybe picked up the intensity a little bit with some of the drivers, maybe causing some drivers to miss their marks somewhat, but very bad luck for Kevin Burns to be out of the race from that.
Yeah, that was a bad lap, rounded off with a terrible retirement for Burns, unfortunately. He, at the end of the previous lap, he was absolutely shoved aside by his teammate, and then everyone else got past him, and then just to round it all off, he went over the curb, and yep, on this side. Common problem. Just about unfortunate. It was a bit crowded, and he didn't really have much anywhere else to go. Amazingly, no one else hit him as he went along the track on his side.
Now, Lee Baker is about 3/4 lap behind. I don't know if they will still bring the pace car in this lap or not, or give him time to catch. He would still be on the lead lap, so Lee is still barely on the lead lap, but he's a half lap down, and pace car will be coming in this time. So Baker will be marred back a little bit, but the way this race has been going, wait a couple laps, we'll have another one.
Yeah, you can only hope for another safety car to try and get him to the back of the pack.
Lind will be holding them down again.
Okay, at the front, Lind is on 20 kilograms of ballast. Behind him is Rudy Van Buren on 38 kilograms of ballast. And then in third position is Enerson on 44 kilograms. And Nolan Scott behind on 34. Away they go.
Lind right at the apex of turn 9.
Is just
Nailed
overtaken
it.
before the start line, so he might get a penalty for that.
Might be. But as we head down, little cleaner on this restart so far. Lind going a little earlier than on the previous one. Everyone running through the tires on the exit of the chicane. Their tires on their cars cold from these fairly constant safety cars so far early in the race. Everyone clean through so far. Lind being right on the inside from Van Buren. Lind and Van Buren side by side for the lead in turn number 5.
Yeah, and they're still side by side. Lind blocking Van Buren. Good job. Van Buren has to stay behind and wait for another day. Van Buren is still there though. He's definitely not. Lind is definitely not secure yet though. Van Buren is gonna hassle him.
At the back, Kagash and Kursk have been spun. Seems like a bit of an incident there with Ben Keogh as well.
Yep. So third crash in 3 races for Kursk, and Kagash also has had some incidents so far today. He's out and disconnected. Up at the front, there's a pass, or an attempted pass there from Rudy Van Buren. But it's not happened yet.
Kagash has joined the spectators and disconnected again. Osgard pushing the back of Anderson down this long stretch. Bump drafting, usually only see that on the oval sort of thing. But that's a bit of pushing, and pushed him right up to this top 4. Anderson having to check up a little more than he's used to into turn 5. So got this nice train of 4 cars, 5 cars actually, almost 6, with Lind, Van Buren, Anderson, Osgard, Scott, and De Jong is slightly tacked onto this. He might catch soon though. Lind off in the grass. That will let Van Buren catch up. Van Buren should have a slipstream. Yes, he does. Van Buren will have a bit of a slipstream. Might see a dive bomb sort of maneuver here into turn 1. No, Van Buren will just try, stick through him with the chicane, try and get a better run through the chicane. Heading through the chicane, now turns 2, 3, 4. Lind getting a little more stable. Van Buren bouncing out of the curves. Van Buren definitely in the slipstream as Nolan Scott sets fast lap, 1:12.78 seconds. Van Buren's going to come now on the inside. No, he's going to bump Lind a little bit. Going to bump Lind. Is he going to wait? He's going to come out when Lind's going a little defensive. Not much of Lind holding the racing line. Van Buren not going around Lind right now. Van Buren may be trying to help Lind and him pull away a little bit from Anderson and Scott. Scott almost losing 4th to Ostgaard, but right now Lind being pressured by Van Buren. Van Buren may be waiting to see if Lind will make a mistake with that pressure. But right now, holding status quo up there with Lind leading from Van Buren. Some close action back in the back, but a battle for lead on right now.
Yep, Lind's still doing a good job, just keeping calm and not driving by his mirrors too much. Lind is just driving as normal until Rudy gets really close. He will not be concentrating on Rudy.
But battle for 3rd is fairly close. Oh! Osgard almost rolling it through turn 1. I was watching him. I was watching that battle back there. Osgard getting it up on way on 2 wheels, hitting the curves there on the inside of turn 1. He has lost several positions now. He is back to 8th.
Vukovic is rolled.
4th to 8th. And we have another roller. Vukovic upside down at the chicane. Should be a safety. Dolezal will receive a drive-through for that overtake on the restart. Safety car has been deployed though, so that will definitely let Lee Baker catch up. Good for him. Lind holding, Lind pushing a little bit, try and catch the safety car a little quicker. Might hold up other people catching, but hopefully that will let everyone catch back up to the pace car quickly. So, 3rd safety car of the race so far, and we are just past halfway.
It's going to be a long race, guys. You better get your tents out. We're going to be here for quite a long time.
So Dolezal completing the penalty puts her back though to the back of the field for the most part. There'll be a couple behind her, but going to be marred back in the pack. So you can pick. Oh, incident under pace car. Incident under pace car. Who was that? I didn't see entirely. Picard was involved with someone. Picard and Baton.
There's a big huge dent on the front of Jack Atkins's car. I don't know if that was caused at that incident or the previous lap incident. And Baton is going past them all to try and regain his place. I don't know if he can do that.
Should not be allowed, definitely. Look at this. This is definitely fairly ridiculous, if I might put it bluntly. But
yeah.
Picard holding back in the back behind Atkinson. Picard saying "saws" for sorry, and Phil Diaz has lost connection again. Bad luck for him. So we are down to 22 cars.
He warped over to the inside of the track, and I thought he was about to lose connection again. Yep. So unfortunate for him.
Safety car out for at least one more lap.
Baton, yeah, he should know that if you crash under safety car, even if it's not your fault, you cannot overtake the entire field to get back to the where you were before. I mean, that totally defies the point of a safety car. In real life, you'd be putting people in danger, and since this is trying to simulate real life fairly closely, you can't overtake under safety car. It's a simple rule, broken quite obviously by Baton. I'd be surprised if he doesn't receive a penalty, but that's up to the judges. And Oscar is going to pass him again. Look at that. Oscar goes through turn 1, and again, that's not allowed either.
And Baton looks like he's... What is this? What is this? Everyone is being very impatient under pace car. I'm definitely thinking the admins need to penalize some people here.
I'm shocked, to be honest. Look, Baton is trying to get through. He's pushing Oscar. He's pushing Oscar down the straight, and now he's going fast again. Oscar is not giving up. It's a battle under safety car. Who'd have thought it?
Baton saying they were 7th, but if you spin under pace car, you've lost your position. But pretty much every series I know, that's how the rule works.
Yeah.
All this is prolonging this pace car period. Keep this stuff up, this race will end under pace car.
I'm sure what will happen is it'll be investigated after the race, and if Baton wrongly goes back in, he will get a penalty rather than someone else punting him off. Well,
safety car will be in this lap. Baton's trying to get around Oscar again. Baton should get heavily penalized for this after this is appalling behavior under pace car, but Lind is now on it as they come out of turn number 10. Green flag is back out. Everyone, yeah, right, they haven't calmed down. Everyone's on it again. Van Buren right on the back bumper of Lind. He's going to try and let them build a little bit of a gap. I wouldn't be surprised to see some sort of contact between Oscar and Baton for this.
Anderson spun coming into turn 2, got on the grass, and he's waiting. He's going to be last, almost.
Yeah, Purse also went off in the same in the middle of chicane as well, but nothing bad happened. Oh, Picard is going to make a move. Picard going through wide with Pavlovic and Ward.
He puts a little bit of a comment.
Yeah, it's going to be his assets being busted with a few penalties, I think, after this race.
I am stunned by Picard's behaviour in this race, to be quite honest. It's just, I'm amazed. Just constantly talking, and yeah, I find it shocking that these drivers just don't obey rules. It's quite simple. No talking, no passing under safety car. What are they doing?
45-second time penalty for Baton for overtaking under pace car. That's a 45-second time penalty for Baton, so 45 seconds will be added on to his finish. I'm sure he'll be very happy about that. He's going to try and recover as many positions as he can. Expecting a bit of bad blood between these two as they're close there. So Baton ahead of Ostgaard now. Hopefully there's no sort of retaliation for this. That would be very unprofessional. But just watching now, Oscar pushing Baton a little bit. Gonna head down on the right side. Nope, just gonna tuck right back in behind.
At least Oscar should play it safe now. He knows he doesn't have to take the place to get 6th. 7th even.
Van Buren's got the lead over Lynn. I don't know if we noticed that while we were berating half the field. But so Van Buren has the lead over Lynn, and strangely that doesn't amuse us as much as we have been kind of letting some drivers have it, which is kind of unfortunate that we have to do that, but unfortunately part of it. Scott and Anderson close together, battle for 3rd here on the track. Lind is holding with Van Buren quite well, though, I must say. Van Buren's hitting fast lap of 1 minute 12.66 seconds. Scott pushing Anderson a little bit. Teammates working fairly well together. Baton protesting his penalty in the server. Side by side back in 14th between Picard and Pavlovic and Dolezal. Jack Ward's going to make it 3 wide.
Change the lead. Change for the lead. Change for the lead again. Lind has got past again. Oh my goodness me, there's a lot of talk going on here. Baton complaining, and then Picard telling the race directors to stop telling people to not to chat, and then Jorgen Kurz comes in there with probably a correct statement. Shouldn't be talking, but he says STFU, which is pretty much what everyone should be doing right now.
Picard been drive-through for chat.
Well deserved. Picard talking way
Ben
too much.
Keel lost
connection.
Picard giving a lull to that. That is uncalled for, I must say. I just have to say that is completely uncalled for.
Yeah, no, I agree with you here. Picard is just behaving like a complete idiot today. I'll say it right now, he is being an idiot. Obviously not taking this seriously. I mean, yeah, it's a sim race, but you know, we're trying to take it seriously as much as possible. He's just unbelievable. Just incredible stuff. I'm open-mouthed at this.
You should be able to just lay one rule down and be sportsmanlike and be generally nice to each other, but you have to lay down certain rules and you have to have people follow them, otherwise people just break them.
Picard is asking for a stop and go, almost as if he's mocking the admins.
Yeah, I think we should just ignore Picard from now on. He's just behaving like a little child trying to get attention, so we'll just ignore him. We'll look at the battle between Jack Ward and Dolezal, which is pretty good, going on for 13th position. Ward has just lost time. He's being caught by Fowry now.
If Picard goes any longer, he won't be able to serve the drive-through, and he'll be disqualified from the race.
Oh, I'm sure he'll care so much.
Nice sarcasm. Baton's sitting fast lap. He's driving mad, I'm sure. A lot of people are driving mad, like every round so far of this race. Baton fast lap of 1:12.51. That's 0.11 of a second faster than Lind's previous fast lap set just before. Lind is about half a second ahead of Van Buren. Scott is a couple seconds behind them. Anderson and Scott are bump drafting down the back side of the track now. Maliki and De Jong too far apart to really do anything. Everyone else fairly well spread out side by side back for still battling between Ward and Fowry and Pavlovic for 14th, 15th, 16th back here though. So, ooh, bit of contact. Fowry getting sideways on the grass a little bit through turn number 5. Novak also joining this fray a little bit. So some exciting action still going on back in the pack.
Best place to be looking right now is the battle for 3rd position between Nolan Scott, Enerson and Maliki. All core racing drivers, they are very close together right now. Nolan Scott's just made a little bit of a break for 3rd, but Enerson behind is being caught by his teammate Maliki, and this is the best race on circuit right now for a 4th position it is. Maliki is now diving up the inside of his teammate. Maliki is the guy with the blue wheels, Enerson is the guy with the black wheels. That's the best way to be able to tell these guys apart.
And Picard has completed his drive-through penalty.
Oh, we're on the final lap, by the way.
Oh yeah, final lap. Quite finally. It's taken us a while to get here. Maliki trying to push Anderson back up to Nolan. I don't think they'll get there. Van Buren I don't think he'll catch Lind. So it looks like Lind will have the win in this race, assuming nothing goes catastrophically wrong. Osgard getting it loose out of turn 5, but he'll keep it going fairly straight. Osgard almost losing it again. Atkinson's causing yellow flag. He's spun at turn 6. He's going to try and... No, he's doing smart, waiting to recover. Almost looked like he was going to recover in front of everyone. But Lind is going to come out of the final turn on the gas. He'll come across the line. Dennis Lind in a controversial race. No controversy for him. He wins race 3 of round 3.
Yep, great race. Renesis won all 3 races today. Great job from Renesis. Lind wins the 3rd race. Baton won the first 2. Although Baton is going to be overshadowed by his constant talking in this race. Also, he was talking, but also the fact where he was trying to pass under safety car after he was taken out under safety car. This is all going to be investigated.
He was indeed taken out under safety car, having just looked at the replay, by Mr. Picard, coming straight through turns 1 and 2 and 3, the chicane, under safety car. Safety car's up ahead, he comes straight through full throttle and takes him out. So he's obviously got a right to be angry, but if he had just kept his mouth shut and stayed where he was, he wouldn't have a 45-second penalty.
And we've lost connection to the cameras again. Fortunately this time your pictures won't be missing the finish.
Yeah, just coming back to you, Boothie there, yeah, I would understand that Baton is annoyed, but yeah, he can't break the rules by passing under safety car, unfortunately. He should have complained after the race.
Yeah, he would have lost about 6 or 7 places, but that's not as much as he has lost with a 45-second penalty.
So, the result then, in this shocking
little news
race.
Little news from the admins. Picard will be investigated after the race. I have a feeling there will be some harsh penalties. But definitely incredibly some appalling behavior from people.
Yeah, nothing I can say. Quite frankly, embarrassing for some of those drivers. Anyway, the results. Dennis Lynn wins. Great win from him. Let's not overshadow it. He did a great job. Rudy Buren as well. Also, excellent job in 2nd position. Nolan Scott in 3rd. Kept out of trouble. 4th is Anderson. 5th is Malachy. 6th is De Jong. 7th is Osgard. 8th is Marquez. 9th is Loudons. And 10th is Doltau.
Ward in 11th. Pavlovic finishing 12th. Quite a race for them. Some good racing. Quite a race for most of these people in the back. Forey also having quite a race. Novak, Atkinson, Baker listed 16th. I should look instead of the sheet. Seems to be messed up a little bit. Messed up a little bit with some spectations and disconnections. But yeah, 12th Pavlovic, Forey 13th, 14th Novak, 15th Atkinson, 16th finishing position Baker, Picard 17th provisionally. That might change. Kursk 18th. Purse 19th, Arneson 20th, and classified 21st with that 45-second penalty was Baton. So very, very chaotic. Definitely some words after the race between some people. But final comments from you, Mr. Michael Booth.
Well, 6-week break. Let's hope they can all get their thoughts together, get brains in gear, I think, and be ready for an even tougher challenge at South City Long in May. Should be good.
Final thoughts from you, Mr. Passingham, sir.
Yeah, well, you've already heard my thoughts on what's been going on in this race. All I'll say is that, yeah, we shouldn't let the poor behaviour / driving from some other drivers in the field affect our opinions of the drivers at the top of the field, because they have done a brilliant job with some very clean racing at the front, and I'm quite impressed by that. So, yeah, let's finish on a positive note and say, yeah, congrats to all the winners today and all the podium sitters. They've all done a great job.
Yeah, definitely excellent kudos to the majority of drivers. Very clean racing. Even with contact, you can still have clean racing. Contact is to be expected with touring car style racing. I know some people will disagree with that, but to be honest, you have fenders. There's always going to be contact. The drivers who are under investigation, there will be some severe penalties handed down, I do expect. I would be surprised, nearly appalled, if not. But very great racing from lots of people throughout the back. Even we don't get to talk about you guys in the back much, but we do appreciate all your good racing. We enjoy watching it, even though we can only cover so much with our cameras. Our cameras are only limited, our perspectives are limited. We have to choose what we think is the most important, best battle on the track. So, I'd like to thank everyone for joining us. Thank you to Joe Cavaney for providing the streaming computer. Thank you to all of you for tuning in. Thanks to all of the racers for participating. Thanks to everyone in the LFS community. All the racers. Congratulations to all the winners today. Congratulations to everyone. Good points day for Nolan Scott. Nolan having that good win, and then fairly kept even. Van Buren finishing ahead of Nolan in the last two races, but a very major gap between the first two. So, finally, for Michael Booth, Michael Passingham, all the rest of us, I'm John Palmer, saying so long from Blackwood Grand Prix.